and gods and goddesses, kings and queens. So, I reflect. This reflection was a little different for me. It was more so revolving like around like my parenting and things that I choose to do and don't do with my kids. But I did want to touch on this topic because I don't feel like it's talked about enough, like at all. So like there's a lot of things that I don't do, I don't allow my kids to do, or like certain values, core values and beliefs that I try to instill in them. And amongst those things, a really important one is like how they treat each other and how they treat people. And it's all the same thing to me. In my home, I don't allow my kids to like play fight or like not even nag, like talk about each other, like just stuff like that. Because for one, when I was a kid, I could not handle it. I kind of like had to like build a tough stand to be able to survive in my environment. But I don't want that for my kids. I want my kids to operate out of like the highest frequency of love at all times. People need to realize that like kids or just people tend to like be mean and say mean things because of stuff that they have going on in their own lives, and they trying to reflect it onto you. I'm I'm super just looking back, I allow people to project that on me a lot. I don't want that for my kids because one thing I know that my kids know is that they are beautiful and handsome, and they affirmation boards is literally right behind me that we go over every day. We say our affirmations, we sing our affirmations just to, build their self-confidence within themselves without looking for it from outside sources. We already doing it. So it's just like the fact that I come across so many kids, y'all, I come across so many kids that's just, they always mugging or they got attitudes and they just saying the meanest stuff. And it's just like, I don't want that for my kids. And when I talk to people about this, like in real life, they be like, well, like, you kind of setting your kids up for the worst considering like society. No, I'm setting my kids up for the best considering society. As long as ain't nobody trying to hit my kids or beat on my kids or nothing like that, you if people perceive you as weak because you're not giving them the response that they want, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with my kids or me. And it's just like everything doesn't even need a response. And I'm definitely going to teach my kids that because it's exhausting to give people responses and unnecessary most of the time because again, you're trying to reflect how you feel about yourself onto me or my kids. No, absolutely not. We're not doing that. And I don't care. I don't care if it's just them just playing around with each other. No, we're not doing that. I make them apologize to each other. I make them hug each other right after they apologize. They tell each other that they love each other. I'm real big on confidence. I'm real big on them supporting each other. I want them to have a loving bond with each other. So like there's certain things that I do to make those things possible. So I'll be damned if I think if I feel as if society is gonna just rip that apart because of again outside noise and people and what they beliefs are. Those are not my beliefs. Those aren't my beliefs at all. And I know the importance of the frequencies that you operate in. You really do attract your life. I don't know. Listen, I ain't here to argue with nobody right now, but like things that you do, things that you say, your attitude, baby, that reflects in your life so much. And if people just take a step back and just kind of think about it, you will realize like, damn, a lot of this the stuff, my mindset and things that I say out loud, how I think is what really sets up my whole dynamic of my life, especially in this matrix. Ooh, baby. They're gonna be operating out of love at all times. Why? I want them to attract love. I want them to attract prosperity. I want them to attract abundance. I want them to attract whatever their hearts desire. And they can do that, literally, just by operating in a certain frequency. And I know that. And I ain't here to argue. I'm not here to argue with nobody. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe, and I'm going to believe what I believe. But keep in mind that when it comes to things that you allow your kids to do at home, they're going to do that in the outside world. Again, I'm not judging nobody parenting, but like I feel as if it's our jobs to teach our kids certain things. Like why would you want your kid to kind of be a bully? Don't really want my kids to be bullies. It's not really, I don't like bullies. So like, yeah, I definitely don't want that for my kids, but it's just like, be mindful of the things that you watch around your kids, the music that you listen to, the things that you say. I try to remain mindful at all times because I want certain things for my children. But it's just like, yeah, but I slip up. Please don't think I'm perfect. I definitely have my moments. I'm like, heaven. So then it's just like, I'll go back, I apologize. I tell them why they shouldn't say things like this or why they shouldn't do things like this. And I go about my day. It's just like, I'm super intentional. I'm super intentional with raising my children. It's just like, I really want that for everybody because again, there's a really strong importance about the frequencies that you operate in. But I ain't even about to hold y'all for too long. I'm about to get my day started. I already started washing. I'm about to, run to the store, get me something to eat, all of that good stuff. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace out.